Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the ships at sea. Welcome to tonight's Friday, September 19th, 2025, Walpole Media Corporation broadcast of Walpole High School Varsity football. My name is Rick Brown, your voice of Walpole High Sports. Joining me is my co-host, Walpole High Senior Brady Goldman. We'll be calling all the action from Memorial Field in Natick as your Walpole High Timberwolves take on the Red Hawks of Natick High in a Bay State Conference interdivision game. Walpole, a member of the Herget Division, will be looking to get into the win column tonight after a pair of season-opening losses. Carey Division Natick, on the flip side of the coin, is undefeated and unscored upon. After being shut out by King Philip in the season opener 21-0, Walpole's fourth quarter rally against Foxborough fell just short 27-21. Natick's defense has been impressive with whitewashes of Newton North 35-0 and Needham 27-0. Walpole quarterback Blake Pileski had a hand in all three of the Walpole scoring last night against the Warriors. Pileski found the end zone from 9 yards out in the first quarter and then fired a pair of scoring strikes of 11 and 23 yards to junior Aiden Hoyle in the fourth quarter. Co-captain Dylan Needham leads the team in rushing with 107 yards on 29 carries. Aiden Hoyle, Cole Brennan, and Griffin McCarthy all have 3 receptions thus far, while Jack English, Joe Carter, and Dylan Needham all have a pair of completions. The Red Hawks have prevailed the last 2 years by identical 14-7 scores. Going back to 2012, however, Natick holds a commanding 10-3 advantage in the series. Natick quarterback Matt Cassie has thrown 3 touchdown passes, while running back Jesse Gagliardi has scored a trio of TDs. Kicking specialist Braden Lewis is 8 of 9 on PAT attempts. Brady, what do you think about tonight's game?
Well, tonight's going to be really tough for Walpole. Of course, Natick hasn't given up a point all season. Their defense is probably one of the best in the state. They played 2 very strong teams. They played Needham last week, and they played Newton North, who isn't really strong, but they shut them out, won 35-0. It's going to be a very tough game for the Timberwolves, especially coming off of last week. They got to really avoid going 0-3. Look for Aiden Hoyle to have a big game tonight because Cole Brennan, is one of the captains, is not playing. He is out today, and along with Shane Harrington and Angus Bailey, they're also not playing, so expect Aiden Hoyle to have a pretty big game because he had 2 touchdowns last week for Walpole. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty tough.
Good. You're right there, Brady. Walpole's going to have their work cut out for them this year, and having been dropped down to Division 4, they're playing all teams that are above them. And I think you just told me before the game that they had to pick up a non-league game up in New Hampshire.
Yeah, Dover, New Hampshire. They play that the day after Halloween. Nobody wants to play Walpole.
And we'll have to go up to, take a long road trip up to New Hampshire for that one.
Yeah, about a 2-hour drive.
All right, it looks like Natick is going to receive. Walpole will be kicking off, going left to right on your TV screen. And we will be getting underway shortly after the playing of the national anthem. Walpole, I would, because Natick and Milton, I would say, are Walpole's 2 biggest, hugest football rivals now.
Definitely, yeah.
That are in the Bay State Conference. Obviously,
Yeah.
They enjoy playing King Philip next town over, but it's going to be an interesting season.
Yeah. See if Walpole can really get something going tonight on offense.
Right. with the playing of the national anthem. We'll be getting underway shortly.
Yeah, watch out for number 75, Mike Whalen for the Natick Redhawks. He's committed to University of Buffalo, and he is a huge offensive/defensive lineman. He's going to provide a huge spark for Natick today. I think Walpole, their defense really just has to carry them today because, I mean, Natick is just so strong on the defensive side of the ball. So it's going to be a defensive battle,
Right.
and we'll see if Walpole can hang in there.
Whalen is look. If you look at him out there, he's almost a head
I mean, he looks
taller
like a
than
monster.
every single player out there.
Yeah.
He looks like he's in college already.
Yeah.
He is one big boy.
Yeah, he's only a junior, too.
All right, so Matteo Filippi will be kicking off for Walpole.
Looks like Charlie Lewis back deep, and
8 and
like
6.
Joe McDonnell for the Redhawks.
And Charlie Lewis on this side here.
Yeah.
So Filippi ready. And we are underway. He gets it down on the goal line. He's up to 5, 10, 15, going to the right side, down the sidelines. Big run back up to about the 29-yard line, it looks like here.
Yeah, that wasn't as bad as the first return that Foxborough had last week, but definitely still a pretty big return for the Redhawks, getting to around the 30 already.
Yeah, yeah.
Walpole's really just got to clean up those special teams mistakes if they want to really set the tone in this game.
And they are marking it right on the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Natick. Matt Cassie is the quarterback. Kaisi, I guess is the way you pronounce it. Full backfield. Goes shot in the flat. Complete.
Uh-oh.
Going down that side and up to midfield. Reception by Joe McDonald. And Natick strikes right off the bat, hitting 20-yard pickup to midfield.
Yeah, Walpole had an opportunity right there, but they just missed the initial tackle. McDonald was able to go for 20 yards in that play.
And now they're marking on the Walpole 49, 1st and 10. Handoff.
Beautiful hole.
Close to a first down by Jack Showstead. He gets it just short of a first down.
Yeah, that's
Walpole 40.
That's a really pretty run there from number 35, Jack Showstead. He was able to really to get through that hole that was established by the offensive line and gain a pretty good gain of 9, and 2nd and short here for Natick, looks like.
Again, back to pass. Kaisi going down that left side. Complete.
He caught it.
He caught it.
Wow, that was a pretty catch over Griffin McCarthy, the defensive back. My goodness, Braden Lahinsky making one of the best catches we've seen all season here. It was beautiful coverage from Griffin McCarthy. Yeah, and he just pulled it away from him for the last minute. Yeah, McCarthy almost had the pick and 50-50 ball that just ended up going in the way of Natick, and we've already got our first score here. And Natick looks a lot different than last year. If you remember, they only ran the ball about one time, or only threw the ball one time the second half against Walpole. We were home last year, Rick, at Turco Field. Now it looks like they're the complete opposite. They really throw the ball, and they're a huge air raid offense. A completely different team, as I said.
Just 1:21 into the game, and already Natick's on the board. This is You know what happened basically against Foxborough
Yeah, they
last
had
week.
a couple plays and they scored a quick touchdown. We'll see how Walpole responded. Of course, they had that touchdown after the Foxborough score last week. We'll see if they can do the same here.
Yep.
But again, Natick has not given up a point all season.
And the kick goes back, goes into the end zone.
I don't think it went in, Rick. I think
a huge mental mistake there.
Oh my goodness.
Huge mental mistake there by Walpole, and Natick gets the ball at the Walpole 1.
They just watched that football go barely not into the end zone, and now all of a sudden the Redhawks have first and goal to go at the 1. I mean, that's inexcusable at this point.
It is, yeah, that was terrible, terrible.
I mean, that looks like one of the plays that we saw in the NFL, actually. The Pittsburgh-Seattle game this week. One of the players just let the ball go in the end zone. They didn't realize that they had to recover it.
Right.
And so, I mean, Natick can really be up big already before Walpole's even touched the football. Got flags everywhere.
It might be procedure, maybe.
It looked like Jesse Gagliardi was in the shotgun right there. It looked like they were going for a little bit of an option play, but clearly a procedure penalty.
Boy, oh boy, this was not the way Walpole wanted to start off.
We talked about the response, and that's basically about as bad of a response you could get there.
Right. All right, pushes the ball back to the 6-yard line. It'll be first and goal from the 6 for the Redhawks.
Gagliardi's in at quarterback.
Hand off to 35. That's Jack Showstead.
Yeah, good tackle right there from Griffin McCarthy. Looked like the running back was going to go into the end zone, but he just got a piece of him and got him down.
Gets it down to about the 3, maybe.
And you could call that Griffin McCarthy redeeming himself, but not really much better he could have done on that last play when Natick scored the touchdown.
Gagliardi at quarterback.
Looks like he got in.
And he gets in, yep. 15. James Motterelli.
Well, it's about as bad of a start you could get, really, from Walpole right there. They haven't even touched the ball yet, and Natick's already up 2 scores.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see how this mega response is really going to be for Natick, or for Walpole.
The kick
but
is
not good
up
so far.
And good.
So this is already going to be a huge uphill battle for Blake Pileski, having to battle down not 1 but 2 scores before he even has possession of the football. We'll see the kind of poise that he can have in the pocket. Again, look for perhaps Aiden Hoyle having a big day. He had 2 touchdowns last week. See if Pileski tries feeding him the ball more.
Right.
Other than that, there's been a bunch of receivers who haven't really gotten much playing time in terms of catches so far, so we'll see if Walpole tries to spread the field a bit more. Of course, they love going to that running back, Dylan Needham. He's been pretty good so far this season. Also got Joe Carter back there and Mason Falcone. Short kick.
Up shot. Still coming up to about the 34-yard line. That's
Chris Butters with the return there.
And will be first down for Walpole on the 35-yard line.
So it's interesting that they kicked it short there because, I mean, the last time they kicked it deep, they got the ball at the 1-yard line.
Right.
But it seemed like they're pretty comfortable.
Hand off to Needham, trying to cut it upfield. Cuts in, gets about maybe 2 yards on the play, maybe 3. And they're going to mark it on the 38
looks like.
8-yard line. Pickup of 3 for Needham.
Yeah, Dylan did really all he could that play. He was just met by a sea of red and gained a couple.
Kenton to Needham, and he's hit right away. A flag
Late
comes
flag.
in. That could be holding because it's in the backfield.
Yeah, oh, looks like a face mask.
Oh,
Yep.
face mask on Natick.
Yeah, good break there from Walpole. Be an automatic first down.
So that's a break for Walpole.
You think? Officials still discussing something right here. Looks like they're probably going to see where they have to
Well,
respot
it's
the ball.
Probably a 5 or a 15 on it.
Yeah.
Looks like that's only a 5-yard up to the 43.
Yeah, so no automatic first down right there.
Second and about 2 for the Timberwolves. Cole Pileski split wide right along with Aiden Hoyle.
Oof.
Carter hit right away.
No, I think Pileski had the football.
No, it was Carter, Joe Carter.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Goes back to the 40. No, it was Carter.
No.
Yeah.
Now it looks like they're moving the chains. I'm pretty sure Pileski actually kept the football right there. I think they're giving him a first down.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed that. So Pileski keeps and picks up to the 41.
Yeah, he basically fooled everybody right there. Everybody, even the crowd, thought Joe Carter had the football, and Natick really wrapped them up right there. But Walpole going with the fake, and they get it.
Right. Now Carter going around the left end, trying to cut back, and he'll be hit for a loss. He goes back a loss back to about the 42.
Yeah, Walpole's going to try to throw the football right here. Nothing really is coming from the running game right now. I mean, Joe Carter really didn't have much room.
No, he didn't.
Just these Natick defenders are they're so huge.
A loss of about 3 on the play. Pileski looking, firing, incomplete.
Went right through his hands. Yeah, Griffin McCarthy had that ball. It's a pretty nice throw from Blake Pileski. Just wasn't able to come up with it. And it's 3rd and long now for Walpole.
Third and about 13 for the Timberwolves. Again, Hoyle and Cole Pileski split to the right. Pileski looking, firing.
Got him.
Complete.
There's Hoyle.
Hoyle down to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, what did I say, Rick? Look out for Aiden Hoyle today. That was a nice catch, and he was able to break away from the tackle, got the first down.
Pickup of 20 yards on that play.
Exactly what Walpole needed.
Hoyle stepping up as a top receiver for Walpole these last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Carter with the get breaks free, still going. Gets still on his feet, down to the 25, still going, down to about the 22-yard line.
Yeah, that's an amazing
Pickup
run
of
right there from
15
Joe Carter.
yards, and that was all Carter.
Yeah, he spun out of multiple tackles and was able to get the first and more.
Right.
2 straight really good plays here for Walpole. See if they can keep it going. Knocking on the door of the red zone.
A new set of downs for the orange and blue. Needham, the only back. He gets the ball, goes up the middle, down inside the 20 to about the 19, it looks like. They'll give him the 19. Pickup of 3 for Dillon.
Yeah, and this is where Walpole can really set up the play action. Now that they've really got Natick into this mindset that they're probably going to run the football, they can look to get maybe an open receiver. Look out maybe for Jack English, the tight end. We want him to get a little bit more involved, and he's definitely one of your better pass catchers. He just hasn't really gotten really open over the last couple weeks.
Walpole comes up to the line. They've got trips to the left. Bolesky, Hoyle, and Jack Bennett.
Hoyle again.
Caught. Down to Benner.
Yeah, another pretty good throw there from Blake Pileski. Makes it a 3rd and manageable right here.
Down to the 14.
Yeah, Aiden Hoyle already has 2 catches. Looking to have a pretty big game.
3rd and about 2 for Walpole. Go rolling right, looking, firing.
Got him
Complete
again.
to Hoyle. 1st down inside the 10. They're going to give him the 8.
And now that's 3 straight catches for Aiden Hoyle. He's finding his way open for Walpole, and it just keeps working. Natick just doesn't know how to cover him.
Pickup of 6 there and a new set of downs. 1st and goal for Walpole at the 8.
Yeah, and they're putting together a pretty methodical drive right here. They're just marching down the field. Of course, they had the penalty earlier that Natick inflicted on them, but they're looking pretty sharp right now.
Hand off to Carter. Carter going down to about the 6. Pickup of 2. 2nd and goal from the 6.
Walpole's got to score a touchdown right here. I don't think they were going to really settle for the 3. They want to try to hang into this game. Remember, Natick still hasn't given up a point all season. We'll see if they can break that streak.
Pileski looking, firing, complete to Hoyle.
He's down at the
Down
1.
2 at the 1.
And he's barely short, it looks like.
Pickup of 5. Huge play for the offense here.
Yeah, they got to punch it in. I would expect for them to go up for it on 4th
Right.
down. Looks like they got 2 plays right here.
3rd and goal from the 1.
Oh, he just got wrapped up.
Pileski. Yeah, Pileski gets brought down at the. They're going to keep him at the 1. They're going to say stay at the 1.
Yeah, Pileski wasn't even able to push forward right there. Natick got him right at the line. It looks like
they're going to bring in
Walpole
Mateo. Yeah, Mateo Filippi coming
going
in
for the field goal.
for the field goal attempt. This is his first field goal attempt of the year. It'll be a 19-yard kick. Pileski is the holder. The snap, the ball down, the kick is blocked.
They
And
gotta recover
Walpole
it.
again just lets it go. Unbelievable. 8. Michael. Unbelievable. Charlie Lewis.
I mean, I don't really know how you explain that one, Rick. Walpole just didn't recover it, and Natick has another touchdown off of a Walpole mistake.
That was a 90-yard return of a block field goal. Unbelievable. Those are two huge mental mistakes by Walpole. It's unbelievable. I don't know what to say. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Terrible.
I mean, that was a really good drive in Walpole. They had the block kick, and then they just didn't decide to recover it.
Braden Lewis to try the extra point. And all of a sudden, it's 21-0. Unbelievable.
Yeah, Coach Sullivan is not going to like much of this play right now here from Walpole.
Terrible. Unbelievable. Just two huge plays that counted for those two touchdowns.
Yeah.
Both mental mistakes that you don't expect from a high school varsity team.
Yeah. I mean, there's not many words really to describe Walpole's play on the field so far.
So Carter and Needham back deep for Walpole. Jeremiah Jean and Chris Butters up close. Going to Carter at the 2, 10, 15 to the 23-yard line. And Walpole will take over there 1st and 10.
Well, Aiden Hoyle's probably been the best player on the field for Walpole right now. I mean, it's not even close. He's been super reliable. He's the only player with a catch so far. Yeah. And Joe Carter, he's been pretty good, but I mean, the mental mistakes is just, it's why Natick is up 21-0.
Right. All right, 1st down for the Timberwolves. Carter in motion, a short flare pass on the side. Gets up to about the 24. Pickup of about 1, it looks like. Actually, they're going to say lost a yard on that. Second and 11 for Walpole. 1:36 to go in the first quarter. Pileski back to pass. Looking. Going for just overthrows Hoyle.
Yeah, that was going to be a pretty tough catch on the sideline anyways. Pileski just wasn't able to hook up with Hoyle right there. It's another 3rd down and long for the Timberwolves.
Walpole up to the line, 3rd down and 11. Pileski back to pass, looking, throws it over there, drops it off to Carter. Carter gets up to the 26-yard line. Pickup of about 3.
Walpole can't do anything else but punt right here. They're not really in a good situation.
So Colin Bobanovich, the only player back for Natick. Filippi to punt. High, it's going back to the 30 and knocked down, right down immediately by Cole Pileski.
Yep.
Cole Pileski on the tackle.
Yeah, great tackle right there. Able to wrap him up.
They'll have it on the 27-yard line. No, they're moving it up to the 30. Okay.
Yeah, right at the 30. Looks like it's where they're spotting it.
So 35 seconds to go in this first quarter. Natick on top, 21-0.
Yeah, Walpole's actually dominated time of possession, but Natick has just got a bunch of these freebies.
Pick up to about the 34-yard line. Pick up a 4.
I don't think Natick's going to run another play. They're pretty satisfied with this first quarter.
Yeah, they're coming off the side here, but boy, this was one terrible first quarter for Walpole. Mental mistakes absolutely killed the Timberwolves. I don't know if I'd want to be at practice on Monday.
I mean, Walpole's offense actually looked pretty good on their second drive of the game.
Yep.
Actually, really their first drive, but they just couldn't convert it, and
Right.
Natick now has 21 points on the scoreboard.
Yep.
Casey's coming out for the Red Hawks in shotgun. He's got Gagliardi right next to him. Gagliardi was the quarterback last year, but now they've slid him into a running back / option player. Man in motion, and we have a stoppage of play right here.
Looks like Walpole called timeout.
Yeah, they saw something they didn't like there.
I think Walpole only had 10 players out there.
Yeah.
I think Walpole just had 10 players out there, and fortunately the coaching staff saw it in time to call the timeout.
Natick's going to come back to the field with their 21-0 lead on a second down from their own 34. Walpole's going to try to get off the field right here. Casey's in the shotgun. He's got Gagliardi right next to him. 3 receivers to his left. Man in motion yet again. Casey going to pitch it to the man in motion. No, it's actually going to be a fake to Gagliardi. Gagliardi going to gain a couple yards on that play. Going up to his left. Bring up third down for the Red Hawks.
I think Mike Cesario on the tackle for Walpole.
A pickup of around, looks like 4 for the Red Hawks to be 3rd and 2. Casey coming back to the field. Natick has been a very good football team historically in the state of Massachusetts. People would argue they're probably one of the top 10 teams in the state, especially in Division I.
Right.
They just have a lot of star power and great coaching. Casey's coming back to the field. Looks like that's Brandon Lahinsky checking in, and then we have another stoppage of play.
Natick has to call timeout. They had players lining up. Looking around. Everyone's looking around, and you could see that somebody wasn't in the right position.
Yeah. So mental mistakes from both teams.
Right.
It's really the theme right now. 11-13 left to go in the second quarter. Looks like they're lining up in the pistol, looks like. Casey has Gagliardi right next to him. Casey hands it off up the middle and tackled immediately. Looks like he didn't get it.
Big hit there by Jack English.
Yeah, Jack English. First time we're calling his name tonight. And Walpole looks like, as of now, stops Natick on third down, and looks like Natick is bringing out their punting unit. So a good way to respond to that 3 and out. See what Walpole can do now. Looks like Dylan Needham back deep for Walpole.
And I think
Natick still has not allowed a point yet this season.
Looks like Aiden Hoyle up shot. Now he's going to move up. No, just Needham, the only man back for Walpole.
They're going to try to block it. They can't. It's going to be a high spiraling punt by the punter. Needham has the ball. Needham now at the 30. Needham cuts it to the 35. Needham still has the room and tackles around the 44.
Line for Needham.
Good return there from Dylan Needham. And now Walpole has good field position to start off their drive, their first one in the second quarter. So Dylan Needham hasn't really had much in the running back, at least on offense so far, but in the season. He's been pretty good returning the football. He's been pretty explosive. Looks like Natick will spot the ball at the 45. So Walpole starts with their best field position. Pileski's in shotgun. Cole Pileski at the bottom of your screen. 2 receivers to his right. Needham is the lone running back. It's going to be a handoff to Needham down the left side. Needham trying to find some space. Needham still on his feet and tackled it around midfield.
It's into Natick territory.
Good modest gain there from Walpole. Pickup of around 5, they'll call it. As looks like, no, they give him 6. Ball will be at the 49, so Walpole gets in to Natick territory for the second time tonight. Game time temperature, it's in the mid-70s right here. It's a nice cool night here in the great town of Natick. Shotgun formation yet again. Pileski, handoff. Needham again. Needham into a slew of defenders and looks to be short of the first down, but gets a couple on that play.
To about the 47.
Yeah, looks like he'll gain around 2 on that play. This will be 3rd and short coming up for Walpole. Now at this point, it might honestly be 2 down territory for Walpole. I don't really see a punt right here.
I think,
Walpole has a
yeah, I
huge
think
deficit.
he may, if he doesn't get it, I would see a punt. I think.
Yeah.
You don't want to give them the ball at midfield.
Yeah. Split formation. Pileski hands it off. Falcone up the middle. Falcone trying to reach for that first down. We'll see where they spot it.
It's going to be close.
No signal yet, and it looks like they're gonna mark him short. Just short of the 45, the line to gain. They'll call him at the 46, and Walpole not very hesitant to keep their offense on the field. Walpole already in desperation mode. We have 8:42 left to go in the second quarter. And a timeout now called by Walpole. They have only 1 left.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they call there. I hate to see them give the ball up at midfield, but they need something to kickstart the offense.
Yeah, they got to pull a new play out of the playbook right here because they had a goal line situation. This is basically pretty similar to a goal line situation where they just had to gain 1 yard, and they weren't able to last time.
Yep.
So we'll see what play Coach Sullivan calls right here. Pileski's not as big as Noah McKenzie was, so they can't really do that sneak that he was so famous for last year and the year before. Nonetheless, Natick will come back to the field, protecting their 21-0 lead still in the second quarter. It's 4th and short for the Timberwolves.
4th and I'd say less than a yard for Walpole.
Yeah, call it inches. And Pileski's going to line up in the shotgun. Pileski hands it. No, he's going to fake it. Pileski looking downfield, fires. It's going to be caught by Falcone. Falcone's got a huge play right here down to around the 32-yard line. It's exactly what Walpole needed, and they convert it there on 4th down. Beautiful setup right there from Mason Falcone.
Pickup of 13 on the play.
So actually they'll call that, looks like the 34. He stepped out right there.
Pickup of a...
And Falcone really just came out of nowhere. We couldn't really see him from our vantage point. Looks like we have another stoppage of play right here. Not sure what that one was for, but it is a first down for the Timberwolves, and they will continue their drive at the 34 of Natick. Shotgun formation. Pileski in motion at the bottom of your screen. Blake Pileski will take the snap, drops back, pressure from his left, fires, tipped in the air, incomplete. Dangerous throw right there. Walpole dodges a bullet. It's 2nd down and 10.
They were lucky there was no one back there for that, pick.
Yeah, Joe Linton for Natick almost had the football. He just wasn't in the right place. But Pileski was feeling a lot of pressure from his left, so he had to just get rid of it in time. Fortunately, it was incomplete. 2nd down and 10 for Walpole. 4 receivers in on the play. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Man in motion, that's Hoyle. Handoff up the middle to Mason Falcone, who bursts up the field and gets close to a first down. Don't believe he got it, but he got most of what he needed.
Up to the 25.
This was around a yard or 2 short. Line to gain is a 24. Looks like they'll spot him at the 26, so it'll be 3rd down and 2 for Walpole. So another 3rd and short for the Timberwolves. McCarthy at the bottom of your screen. Pileski, handoff. Falcone trying to find a seam. Falcone trying to push for that 1st down. I don't think he got it.
He didn't, no.
And Walpole now has a 4th down. They have a decision to make, and most likely they will be going for it. Falcone gained half of what he needed on that play. It's 4th and 1 from the 25-yard line. Approaching 7 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the 2nd quarter. Walpole still scoreless. And let's see what they can do on this 4th down. All they need is a yard. 4 receivers in the play. Pileski in the shotgun yet again. Pileski gonna fake it. Pileski fires to his right, and
Complete.
It's caught. 1st down, Walpole. Great play right there, caught by
Joe Cotter, no.
Going to be Jack Benner on the play for Walpole. Believe that was him.
17.
Yeah, first
Jack
catch
Benner,
of the season.
yeah.
He's a sophomore. And a good play for him to pick up the 1st down for Walpole.
Down to the 23.
So 2 4th downs for Walpole where they look like they're going to run it, but they actually throw the football. Definitely telling of how much confidence that Coach Sullivan has in his quarterback right now. Walpole moving the ball right here. They're on, looks like the 24. Pileski from the gun. Low snap. He pulls back. Pileski firing deep to the end zone, looking for Hoyle again. Too far incomplete.
Just over his hands.
And Hoyle had a lot of separation on that play. He just, ball sailed a little bit too far for him. And Walpole does not get the catch. It's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10 for the Timberwolves.
Walpole coming up to
yet
the
again
line.
from the gun. 4 receivers in on the play. Dylan Needham is the lone running back. Man in motion, that's Benner. Pileski gonna fire a screen. That's gonna be immediately drawn up from Natick. Incomplete. Looking for Dylan Needham on that play. And it'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Timberwolves. Yeah, Natick knew exactly what Walpole was doing right there. And it's going to be 3rd down and long. Crucial play right here for Walpole. Pileski yet again in the shotgun. Dropping back. Time. Pileski fires right and too far for Aiden Hoyle. Incomplete.
And it'll bring
and
up.
It's 4th down yet again for Walpole.
There's 23.
And it looks like, see what Walpole does right here. It's a 4th down and 10, much different than a 4th and 1.
Right.
Walpole's had
it'll be a 33-yard field goal if he tries it.
See the decision that
Yep,
Coach Sullivan makes. Looks like, Blake Pileski's going to stay on the field. They're not going to take the 3. Walpole does get the 2nd half kickoff.
Right.
So it's not the end of the world if you don't get it here, but you don't want to be having to score down multiple scores in the 2nd half. Shotgun formation. 4 receivers in the play, 3 to the left. Pileski looking. Pileski fires down the field. It is caught. Aiden Hoyle's into the end zone. Touchdown, Walpole.
For Aiden Hoyle.
And Aiden Hoyle is having himself a game right here. Walpole gets on the scoreboard, and finally, Natick gives up points to an opposing team.
23 yards.
That was a laser right there from Blake Pileski. He threaded the needle right there. Walpole going to attempt the PAT with Mateo Filippi. Yeah, so good decision not going for the field goal right there.
Yeah.
And Pileski's looked pretty sharp so far. Filippi eyeing the extra point. Last kick was blocked. That's another low kick, and that one is blocked as well.
That one is also blocked.
So another special teams mistake from Walpole. Just a low snap from the center. So the score remains 21-6. Walpole down 15, but they are only down 2 scores instead of 3 now.
Yeah, the Natick's defense has just been on these extra point and the field goal.
Yeah.
They're just pushing the Walpole offensive line back and breaking through and
putting a lot of pressure on them.
Both of them were blocked.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice. Anyway, exactly 6 minutes left in the half here. Walpole's gets on the board, trailing 21-6. Filippi to kick off.
Looks like back deep is number 13, Brandon Lahinsky for Natick. Walpole's got to make sure they don't give up another big return right here. They got to clean up the special teams mistakes. Filippi signals and kicks it off. They're going to kick it off short. And nobody's going to get it. It's going to be muffed a little bit. And they're going to have to go backwards right here. Still on his feet is going to be McDonald. McDonald tackled that around. Looks like the 17. Cole Pileski brought him down on that play. So Natick starting to have a couple mistakes here. Not great field position to start. Looks like they'll spot it from the 19.
19, yep.
Walpole stopped Natick on the last drive. They went 3 and out. So we'll see if they can do it yet again and try to maybe get a score before half. Again, Walpole getting that second half kickoff is crucial right now for Walpole. They can capitalize with that. You could still have a ball game. KC is in the pistol. Now going left to right. Casey hands it off, up the middle, and immediately tackled by a bunch of Walpole defenders.
I think
and
the first one to get through to him, I think, was 24. He had his hand on Liam Jacobs.
Yeah, James Mortielli right there. Couldn't have anything right there, and Walpole stops them for the first play on their drive. So Walpole really showing a lot of stingy defense right now. They'll call the loss of 1, so it'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Red Hawks. Casey in the pistol. Walpole's starting to provide a bit of pressure on that defensive side of the ball. They need it right now. Casey man in motion, that's Gagliardi. Casey gonna hand it off up the middle, a little bit of a hole, down to around the 20-yard line. And Natick will have 3rd down from their own end.
Let's see, Jeremiah Cologne and Aiden Hoyle on the tackle for Walpole.
So this is an intriguing play right here. 3rd down. Walpole has another chance to get off the field right here and perhaps get the ball back. Shotgun formation. Casey, 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Cesario looking down the defense. Dropping back, he's going to fire it deep down the left sideline, one-on-one. It is knocked down and complete.
Nice play.
Natick wants a flag. They see none, and Walpole stops them yet again. Great play right there from Griffin McCarthy, swatting that ball away. And he gets the better of the receiver this time.
And
that was Brendan Lahinsky on that play who couldn't get the ball. It's 4th down.
And a punting situation for Natick.
Dylan Needham lined up at around the 38-yard line. See if he can have a big return. The punter for Natick is number 9, Peter Bracken. And a low snap, he gets it away. It's going to be a short kick. Needham going to try to field it at around the 40-yard line. Drops the football, and looks like Natick has it.
Natick recovers on the 41.
And another special teams mistake for Walpole. And Natick gets the ball back.
Another big mistake by Walpole. Another big mistake.
And they had their opportunity right there. Just Dylan Needham couldn't corral the football. So after 2 straight defensive drives from Walpole stops Natick.
Yep.
They aren't able to get the ball back.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Hawks on Walpole 41. 4:13 to go in the half.
Pistol formation For the Red Hawks is Casey. Casey gonna pitch it to the right. Has a little bit of room. And a little bit of a hole. Trying to get the extra yardage there. Gets down to around, looks like the 26-yard line. That was Jack Shosted, the captain for Natick, who had that carry.
Jack English on that stop. He
Gain of
grabbed
4
him by
for
the
Red Hawks. We have an official's timeout here for
the 35-yard line.
Gave him 4 on that play. They might be respotting the ball. It's like Mason Falcone going to come off the field. He looked a little bit shaking up.
He looks like he
on
might
that
have got
play.
dinged on that play, yeah.
So they'll check him out. In for Walpole is number 30, Andrew Carlo. Pistol formation. Second down for the Red Hawks at the 35. Casey hands it off up the middle and trying to reach for that first down.
Once
James
again,
Morelli, and they'll
Jeremiah
give it to
Cologne
him.
on the tackle.
So Natick gets a fresh set of downs right here. At the 30-yard line.
3:28 and counting left in the half.
Pistol formation yet again. 2 running backs. 2 receivers in on the play. Casey takes a snap. He's going to drop back, look to throw, fire deep down the right sideline. Caught, touchdown.
Out of bounds.
Oh,
They said, yeah.
they actually
Said he
call
was
him
out of
incomplete.
bounds.
And Lashinsky almost had the ball right there. Officials are going to convene, but I don't believe he caught it in bounds. And they won't give it to him, so a huge break right there from Walpole.
Yeah.
That was a great throw from Casey on that play. Little lefty sling. So instead of a touchdown, it's going to be a 2nd and 10 from the Walpole 30. Pistol formation yet again. Casey hands it off yet again. A huge hole. There he goes down the sideline. He's gone. Touchdown Natick. James Mortarelli, the captain on that play. And Natick really opens this one up.
That's a
So
30-yard run.
Red Hawks take advantage of a Walpole mistake and march right down the field with the short field. And they have another 3-score lead.
8, 9.
Braden Lewis going to attempt the extra point for the Red Hawks. And the kick is short, but good.
That's good.
So 28-6 is the score. Natick all over Walpole right now. It's not looking great.
So things not going the way, but it's, key mistakes by Walpole that have just absolutely killed them.
Yeah, I mean, they played very, very well on offense and defense. It's just a couple plays that have just caused Natick to have this huge lead.
Mental mistakes that have accounted for the last 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. Back deep is Dylan Needham and Joe Carter for Walpole.
Jeremiah Jean, and I think
Bracken going to kick it off. And it's going to be a good one. He drops the ball yet again. Joe Carter's going to have to recover it from the 5. Carter now to the 10. Carter now to the 20. He's got some room. Carter going to break a tackle and gets to the 30.
31-yard line.
So good recovery right there from Joe Carter to get out of the end zone. And there's multiple flags on the play for Walpole, and it's going to be, see who it's on. Looks like it is on Walpole.
Looks like they're walking it back.
Yeah.
Blocking the back, yeah.
So instead of the 30, Walpole's going to be pushed back to their own end. Just the first flag of the game for Walpole. Second penalty all game for either team. Now looks like the ball.
No, we had a procedure against Natick.
Yeah.
This will be first down from the A4, 8.
It looks like the 8
7.
right there.
Oh, boy.
Plessy's got to work with this long field right here. In the shotgun, split formation. Pileski hands it off to Cologne, who gets tackled immediately. Doesn't get much on that one.
That was Jeremiah Jean, I think, wasn't it?
Jean, yeah.
Yeah. A loss on the play of back to the.
Second and long coming up for Walpole. Again, it's been the mental mistakes that have caused the Timberwolves to be in this huge hole. Shotgun formation. Man in motion, that's Pileski. Cole Pileski going to the top of your screen. Blake Pileski gonna take the snap, gonna pull back. He's gonna fire deep for his brother and overthrows him incomplete. Cole Pileski had a little bit of separation right there, but couldn't quite get it. It was a bit overthrown. So Walpole will have third down deep in their own end. Looks like the ball spotted around, looks like the 4-yard line. They are really pushed
right
back.
About the 5, yeah.
Yeah. Shotgun formation. Pileski on third long, just going to hand it up the middle. It's going to be Jean. Jean's going to fight for that first down. I believe he's going to be short.
He's going to be up to about the 18, maybe.
Had to get to the 18. We'll see where they spot it. I don't believe he got it.
Could go to 16.
Yeah, they're going to call him short. And it looks like
1:45 to go in this first half.
Yeah, Natick just took a timeout. They're going to get the ball back. See where they spot it. And looks like he's inches short.
Inches short,
the
right.
line to gain. I wonder if Walpole's going to try to go for it here. I mean, they're down 28-6. Walpole does get the second half kickoff. And it looks like that Felipe is going to come onto the field, so Walpole will punt it away to Natick. So a good run there from Jean. Almost got the first down.
It's still only third down, though.
Is it? Now it looks like.
Yeah, it's all there. Third down.
That's interesting. Now it looks like Felipe's on the field. Now this is a punt right here, so it's actually fourth down. The scoreboard reads third down, but I believe it's fourth. Strange right here. But Felipe's in the game.
Yeah, so I guess they.
And a lot of confusion right here.
Yeah.
Because the side judge reads third down. Officials got to clean this up right here.
I'm not sure if I
believe it's fourth.
Now they've changed it on the sideline to fourth down.
Yeah. They got the call right. Felipe will try to punt the ball away. Back deep for Natick, number 2, Colin Bubanovic, who had a touchdown last week against Needham. Felipe, a little bit of pressure, gets it away. A high punt.
Fair catch
fair
called.
catch signaled at the 48 of Natick, and that's where they're going to start on their drive. So a short field they'll have, and they can score even more points if they want to before the half.
1:38 left to go in the first half. Walpole gonna try to make keep Natick out of the end zone for this last minute and a half of the half.
I mean, I think Natick's really just going to take any points they want. They're really confident in their defense. They've played pretty well tonight. Shotgun formation, Casey. 4 receivers in on the play. Casey, time. Casey looking now under pressure, and he finally gets wrapped up by Jack English right there.
Jack English.
And he's fired up. Gets the defense fired up, and a huge loss right there from Natick. That's going to change the game plan.
Loss of 11 on that play.
Yeah, I'm sure Natick now going to try to play it conservative. Second down and very long here for Natick. They have to get to the 42, and they are going to hand it off up the middle. Gain of a couple.
26 to Mason Falcone on the tackle.
It's 3rd and long. Walpole only has 1 timeout. They're not going to call it, it looks like. Clock is going to continue to run under 1 minute to play in the first half.
Natick was able to just pick up a couple of yards there, so it's still 3rd and about 20.
Yeah.
And
they're just going to let this clock run down, it looks like. They're not in any rush to run a play.
Yeah.
Great turnout tonight here for the Red Hawks. A lot of people coming to support their team, and a lot of people coming to support Walpole. It's just a great scene all around. That's what high school football is all about. And they're just going to take it down to 20 seconds, and a timeout called by Natick. So Walpole inevitably is going to go down in the half by 3 scores. And we'll see what changes they can make in the second half, but I don't think it's going to be a very happy huddle from Coach Sullivan.
Right.
Walpole's played pretty well in this game. It's just been the mistakes that have really garnered their lead, or Natick's lead. A lot of things they got to clean up.
All right, it'll be 3rd down for Natick, about 19 to go. 20 seconds left in the half.
I wonder if Natick's just going to try to take a knee here. But Casey is in the shotgun. If they want, they can take a shot, but I don't see them doing that here. Walpole only has 1 timeout. And it looks like it will just be a short little run. There's no receivers in on the play. Everyone's crowding the line. And it's going to be a handoff to the right side. It's going to be a little bit of real estate right there, but he's just going to go down. There's Mortielli, who had a touchdown earlier. And looks like that will be halftime, as both teams are just going to let the team go down.
Yeah,
let the clock go down.
So not a very good showing by Walpole so far. Mental mistakes have been killing them.
Now, hang on a second. Looks like they have 2 seconds on the clock. There's a
Walpole
stoppage of play. Yeah, looks like Walpole's going to call timeout. They put 5 seconds back on the clock. So interesting move right there. Natick probably, what they could do right here is just back up and throw the football away.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't have to do anything, really.
Walpole wants to see if they can get some sort of return right here from Dylan Needham, but we'll see what can happen.
He may just take it and run around.
Yeah.
And just not even try to kick it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Needham and Hoyle back deep for Walpole.
So looks like Natick is going to try to punt it. Only 5 seconds on the clock. But no, it looks like...
No, they're going to run it. They're going to run a play.
Walpole is signaling that Natick is going to punt, but that doesn't look like it. And Casey probably just going to run it backwards. He's going to take the snap. Nobody's coming for him, and he's just going to throw it out of bounds, and that will be halftime. Walpole down 28-6. Going into the half, they will receive the second half kickoff. And it's not a good showing right here from the Timberwolves.
It was huge mental mistakes and a physical one that have cost Walpole here. The last 3 Natick, actually 3 of the 4 touchdowns were by mistakes. It was probably mistake-wise the worst half I've seen of Walpole football in years.
never good.
It was just unbelievable. Walpole's only chance to cheer was a 23-yard pass from Blake Pileski to Aiden Hoyle, his third touchdown in as many games. The kick was blocked, and that was about it for Walpole. They were able to move the ball at times. Defensively, they had a couple of 3-and-outs, but just those huge mistakes have cost Walpole dearly. So the two teams are taking a break here. We'll do the same. We'll be back shortly with second half action. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Memorial Field in Natick for this Herget division, for this Bay State Conference interdivision game between the Natick Redhawks and your Walpole Timberwolves. It's been all Natick capitalizing on Walpole mistakes to take a 28-6 lead here at the half. Walpole will be receiving the second half kickoff, and we are about to get underway. Hopefully Walpole can pick up on some of these mistakes they've made. Back at the 5. 10, 15. As Joe Carter gets up to about the 15. And that's where Walpole will take over.
That was a big kick right there from the kickoff, the kicker right there on that play. And Joe Carter just couldn't really get much, and Natick was able to sniff it out. So Walpole starting with not great field position. Yeah, Charlie Lewis on the kickoff for
Timberwolves
Natick.
come up to the line. Dylan Needham with the ball.
Got a couple.
Up to about the 18, it looks like. Pickup of 3.
So what Walpole can do right here. Offense has been pretty good tonight. They've gotten a lot of open receivers. Aiden Hoyle, as I said earlier, is having his big game that Walpole really needed.
Right.
But see if we can get more players involved. Other than him, I'm pretty sure it was only Benner that had the reception for Walpole.
Looking.
Oh, boy.
Picked off. Oh, boy.
That was Jack Shosted for Natick right there. Pileski was looking for Griffin McCarthy, but he read that perfectly, and now Natick has another opportunity to score more points and just pour it on Walpole.
When it
Just a
rains,
mistake.
it pours, and it's certainly been pouring on Walpole tonight.
Yeah, they got a first and goal. Looks like the 2-yard line. So Natick has had all these short fields tonight, and they've really
Right.
capitalized off it,
Yep.
off of just Walpole mistakes. That's been the theme of the game.
Casey.
Touchdown. Jesse Gagliardi right there. He was, of course, the quarterback last season for Natick. Now the running back, cementing himself as a powerful player who can get into the end zone. He's had, I believe that's his 4th touchdown of the season.
Yeah.
Natick's looking good. Now it might be thinking about next week for Walpole.
That's good. This is just not the way I thought this would go. Walpole has just been shooting themselves in the foot the entire game.
Yeah. I mean, the team has played pretty well, but they've just had those couple plays that have just given the ball away, and
Right.
it's really cost them today. I mean, they really have to clean it up going into next week, because right now they look pretty dead out there. Another big kick.
Coming down to Hoyle at the 10. Cutting to his right. And gets up to about the 15, and that's it.
They're going to be backed up again.
Yeah.
So Natick has 35 points at the beginning of the third quarter.
Right.
Just an impressive showing from them, but they haven't really done much.
They haven't
special
had to
tonight.
because they've gotten the breaks.
Yeah.
You know,
But they do look like a very strong team. They are playing a lot of strong teams this year. They play King Philip in a couple of weeks. They play Milford, who's another pretty underrated team.
Milford, they've got Milford next week. Milford's good this year.
Yeah, they're a pretty good team in Division 4. Walpole's going to be chasing them. Of course, the Timberwolves play Wellesley at home next week, and they'll go on the road to take on Needham. See what Walpole can do right here. A little bit of a stoppage of play right here.
Trainer's out, yeah. I don't know where they're going.
Might have been an injury.
But yeah, but I don't see anybody. There's nobody down on the field. There must be somebody on the sideline.
Yeah, on the Walpole. Looks like the athletic trainer might be on the Walpole sideline. I can't really tell.
Right. All right, first down for Walpole.
Nothing.
Hand off to Needham. A loss of about 2 in the play. Second down, about 12 for the Timberwolves. Pileski back to pass. Fires long, incomplete.
And he had Hoyle right there too. He just overthrew him. Hoyle might have been gone for a touchdown if he got him in the right area.
Right.
But instead it's 3rd and long.
All right, 3rd down and about 12 for Walpole.
Just going to run it.
Needham again. Needham, yep.
Yeah, that basically about puts the amount of confidence that Coach Sullivan has in Blake Pileski right now after that interception. 2 runs on that drive.
Right.
And on 3rd and long, they run the football. But it's not looking good.
All right, Filippi back to punt. Back deep. Yeah, Colin Bobanovich at midfield for the Red Hawks.
Good punt right there.
And brought down there by 8. Mike Cesario with a tackle.
Natick again's going to have great field position.
In Walpole territory.
Yep, another short field.
Walpole 48.
See what they can do with this. McDonald.
Back and
good tackle.
Tackled by Drew Cantrell. No, that can't be Drew Cantrell.
Yeah, Walpole was able to sniff that out right there. Get a good loss for Natick. Bring up a 2nd down and long.
Needham with the tackle.
Yeah, brought him down.
Back to the 49 of Natick.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Red Hawks start playing a bit conservative, just keep running the football, And it looks like there's actually a penalty on that play.
Natick a call for holding
Yeah.
on that play. Well, that'll move it back 10.
It wouldn't be
First
surprised
and
if
20.
the Red Hawks started playing a bit conservative, just going to run the football. They're up enough, really, to win this game. Just kill some clock.
Up the middle. Gagliardi gets up to about the 47, 48. Pickup of about 6 on that play. Second down for the Red Hawks.
And they're just going to keep chewing this clock.
Yeah.
Not really in any hurry to do much on offense. They have a big enough lead.
Oh, Captain, keeper. Tackled by
Good
Dylan
tackle right there
Katz.
from Dylan Katz.
Yeah. No
Be third
gain
and
on
long.
the play.
About a 3rd and 15 right here for Natick.
Casey back to pass, rolling to his right, looking downfield, throwing complete
Yeah, it looks short.
to Joe McDonald at the Walpole 42.
Let's see if Natick keeps their offense on the field right here.
It's,
It might be going
fourth
for it.
down, yeah.
You're basically in no man's land. No, it looks like
Yeah,
the punting unit's going to
Yeah.
come out for Natick. Believe so.
yeah.
So Dylan Needham is back deep for Walpole. Natick's going to try to pin them down yet again in their own end.
Need him back at the goal line.
So Natick really playing the chess game, just playing the field position.
Kick. Needham gets it on the 5, trying to cut upfield. He does. Got some running room. Gets up to the 26-yard line. First down for the Timberwolves. They're going to mark it on the 25.
Yeah, good return right there from Dylan Needham. I almost wanted him to let that ball go. Looked like it was going to go in the end zone for a touchback, but he was able to get a good run back and gets a better result.
Yeah. Six and a half minutes to go in the third quarter. Natick enjoying a comfortable 35-6 lead here. Hoyle split to the left. Jeremiah
Watch
Jean
out.
there, and he gets hit as soon as he gets it at the 20.
Yeah, Gene got lit up right there. Natick was all over that. Good thing he held on to the football because he got popped. A loss of around 3 or 4 in that play. Balls looks like it's at the 21.
So Pileski rolling to his right, looking, firing, another pick.
This one's going back.
Oh.
And this is starting to get pretty ugly.
It really is. Natick is just, making the most of every mistake that Walpole has made. And the Red Hawks will have the ball inside the 10 at about the 5-yard line, it looks like.
And how many times this game has Natick had this short of a field? First and goal is their first play
Right.
from scrimmage for the drive. I mean, they're just making the better plays.
Yeah.
So they call it the 5-yard line.
It's not.
See if Walpole can stop him right here.
Here's the snap, handoff. Up the
Flag
middle.
down.
I see a flag coming in. That might be a hold.
It is.
Yeah, holding on Natick. Ball will come back.
Walpole gets a big break right there, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
Instead of 1st and 10 from the 5, it's going to be 1st and 20 from the 15. Or 1st and 15,
First and
actually.
15.
Yeah.
Actually, it's still first and goal from the 15.
Yeah, 15 yards to go.
Casey looking, firing over the middle.
Oh, what a throw.
Touchdown. Charlie Lewis. 15 pass.
I mean, that's about as good of a throw as you can see from
Yep.
Casey right there. He threaded it right in there for Charlie Lewis. Now Natick scores 40 on you, 41-6, pending the extra point. Scored 6 touchdowns already.
6:27. Extra point. Kick is good. 42-6, Walpole on the short end of this one. Certainly not what we were expecting on this game at all.
No, I mean, Natick's a really good team, but I honestly didn't expect Walpole to be down this much in the 3rd quarter.
Right.
I wonder if they're going to start putting in the backups, because at this point, game's out of reach. You're already looking towards next week when you play Wellesley. And Wellesley's another good team, so Walpole's really got to get it together. To score a touchdown this drive, just get something to just look back on and say that you did something good in this game going into next week.
Yep.
Now, one more play that Coach Sullivan will be happy with. Oof.
The line drive
Oh, my God.
gets picked up at the 10, 15, 20. Still
Watch
going,
out.
still going.
Great return there from Gene.
Needham gets up to the 42-yard line of Walpole. And this is about the best starting position Walpole's had tonight.
Yeah, great return right there. See if Walpole can just move the ball, because they haven't really done that in the second half yet.
Right.
Natick's done a really good job at adjusting to Walpole's offensive plays right here. I mean, Pileski's already thrown 2 interceptions in the second half after not having thrown a single one in the first.
Needham with the carry. Might have gotten a yard.
Walpole's just got to reestablish something on offense just to get a little bit of confidence in the young quarterback. They've had their opportunities, but just haven't been able to capitalize on it.
Right.
Now they'll give them 1 on that play.
Pileski looking, firing over the head of Aiden
Hoyle.
Hoyle. Brings up a third and about 8.5.
See what Pulaski can do on this third down right here. After that big return, Walpole seems kind of stuck in the mud.
Right. Yep. It's
a very slow-moving third quarter for the Timberwolves. And it looks like
timeout.
yeah,
Natick.
timeout by Natick. They added looks like 10 guys on the field.
All right, third down for Walpole. Pulaski, no, a new quarterback. It's Jack McGuire, the new quarterback
so they
for
pull
Walpole.
Pulaski in the middle of a drive, which is super interesting. I wonder, we won't really speculate on injuries, but I'm pretty sure Coach Sullivan's just taking him out. They're putting the backups, looks like. And now Walpole's going to punt. It's the first we've seen of McGuire in his whole high school career playing varsity.
Yeah. All right, Filippi to punt. A long kick.
It's going to let it go.
They're going to let it go. And Walpole
Good punt.
will down it at the 9.
Wonder if they'll pull Casey as well for Natick. And just going to try to run this clock down. We still have so much time left in the third quarter, 3:58.
Right. Yep. All right, Natick back out on the field. 3:58 to go in the third.
It looks like Walpole's got a bunch of their defensive backups in the game now.
Yeah.
I think both teams are going to pull their starters. Do see, I think Casey's still on the field.
Let's go off to the side. Showstat going.
Flag down.
Flag.
It's coming back.
Yep.
Number 35 got Showstead on the carry. There is a flag.
Holding on Natick.
Looks like it.
Half the distance to the goal. Go back to about the 4. And will be first and about 15 for Natick.
Another
They've got
flag.
another flag coming in.
Might be. They're pointing towards Walpole. We'll see who it's on.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Question is, who's it on?
Yeah, looks like it's on Natick.
Huh. Didn't really see much right there, but it'll push him back more.
That's must have been something that somebody said.
Yeah.
Somebody was in earshot.
Right.
Yeah, because the official threw it on the right in the
Right
end
here,
zone.
yeah. Yeah.
Wonder if they're calling it on the crowd, but I'm not sure. Surprised Natick's still keeping Casey in.
The handoff. Picks up 15. James Mortarello, he gets up to over the 10-yard line to about the 11.
Yeah, looks like they called
12,
there.
13 to 13, it looks like. Be second down and about 7.
Good run right there from Mordelli. Natick just taking their time.
Handoff, going off to the left side. It's Martorelli on the carry. He gets maybe a yard or two to about the 13.
It's like Jack Shosted actually coming back into the game for Natick, and Casey coming back, and Gagliardi's going to check out.
It's about to the 12.
And we have another whistle.
And a timeout being called.
Timeout Natick.
Timeout Natick.
Interesting.
Minute and a half to go in this third quarter.
It's hard to believe that still the third quarter's been very slow moving for both teams.
Yeah.
I feel like Walpole just wants this game to end.
The pass going. Breaks
I
up.
think he got it.
Pick up of about 2 maybe. They're going to go up to about the 18. 17. It'll be fourth down, so Walpole will get the ball back.
And we'll see what Jack McGuire can do on this drive, assuming they keep him in. Dylan Needham's back deep. Needham's back deep for Walpole.
And Hoyle is the up man.
See if Needham can have a pretty good return right here. So he's just going to let it go.
And it's stopped, grabbed by
McDonald.
Natick. Joe McDonald with it on the 45 of Walpole. So they've got decent field position, so we'll see if they can do something with it. Under a minute to go in this third quarter.
Yeah, it looks like McGuire's out there for the Timberwolves. All the starters checked out. A few still in, it looks like. Griffin McCarthy's still in.
McGuire is a junior.
Yep. Seeing his first playing time. See what he can do right here.
Hand off to Jeremiah Jean, cutting it up, and gets back to the line of scrimmage. 27, no gain on that play.
See if Walpole just takes us down to the fourth quarter.
Actually, a pickup of 1 for Jean, yeah.
Don't believe they have to run another play. I don't think they're in a huge rush. So it's never great to see the starters being pulled this early in the game, especially in the third quarter.
Yeah.
But
and that will end the third quarter.
About as bad as a third quarter you could have for Walpole. They have 2 interceptions, and Natick really capitalizes off of them. And now they'll switch sides. All right, Jack McGuire in the shotgun for the Timberwolves. 2nd down and 9 from their own 46. First play of the fourth quarter right here. Walpole in a 42-6 hole. McGuire standing tall, hands it off. No, he's going to actually keep it. McGuire has a huge hole. Down, gets the first down out around the Natick 46. Natick 44, actually. And so it's a first down. Nice little run there from McGuire to pick up a good gain for the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
So his second snap from scrimmage. He's already run 2 balls for the Timberwolves.
Yep.
First and 10 for the Timberwolves. Shotgun formation. Chris Nicholas, brother of Daryl Nicholas, is at the bottom of your screen. Handoff is, nope, it's going to be another fake. McGuire's going to keep it.
McGuire's
McGuire
gonna
has a
keep
little bit of a
Little
hole. Gets
jiggy
down to
up
around,
on
looks like
the-
the 37-yard line. So another strong run from McGuire, the junior. Second down, and a
About-
couple coming up for the Timberwolves. Looks like second and looks
About
like 4.
6, 4, 5, yeah.
Walpole just trying to score their first point since the second quarter. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers at the bottom. McGuire, this time is going to hand it up the middle. There's going to be Gene, who has a lot of room. Gene is going to be gone for a Walpole
goes
touchdown.
all the way.
And that's the spark that Walpole needed, something to look good at when looking at the film. Jeremiah Jean goes 37 yards for the touchdown. Walpole finally gets on the board yet again.
That's I think that's Walpole's longest play of the year.
Well, huge touchdown run. Patrick Horgan coming into the game for Walpole to attempt for the extra point. It looks like Walpole might be going for 2 right here. I don't see Felipe.
Right, yeah.
Might as well. McGuire from the gun. 3 receivers on the play. Gene is the running back who just had the long run for the touchdown. Gonna be a fake. McGuire keeps it and runs it in himself for 2.
Yeah.
And makes it 42-14. Natick still leads by a bunch, but Walpole finally gets on the scoreboard yet again.
42-14 now the score.
See if Walpole might attempt an onside kick right here. It might as well. Field position doesn't really matter at this point in the game. And we'll see. It's like Charlie Lewis back deep for the Red Hawks. Interesting, he plays wide receiver and he's also the kickoff specialist. So pretty versatile player he is. Multi-talented. Felipe's gonna look to kick it off, down 42-14. Signals to his up man. And gets it in the air. It's a short kick.
Short kick.
And gonna try to catch Natick napping, but it is caught and down and around. Looks like the 32-yard line. Number 9, Peter Bracken on that play, receiving the punt, or the kickoff. Cole Pileski brings him down. There's 8:09 left to go and counting in the fourth quarter.
Clock running for this fourth quarter.
Walpole, I mean, barring a miracle, they're going to drop to 0-3. A position they haven't been in the last couple of years. They've been 0-2, but never have they been 0-3. It's going to be a huge uphill battle to try to just get those 3 wins just to make it to the playoffs.
Right.
And we said, but they looked pretty good against King Philip. They really played from behind against Foxborough and now down big against Natick. A pretty lopsided game, and we have a flag on the field. Looks like could be a procedure penalty. And Natick is pointing backwards, and it is on Natick. So back him up now.
I think they had too many men on the field.
Oh, interesting. So to back him up from the 33, it looks like, to the 28. Assuming it's a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah.
And it is. So 1st and 10 now from the 28. 1st and 15, actually. And now Natick has pulled their quarterback, Casey. They put in a new player on the field. Update you on who that is in a second.
Braden Lewis.
Braden Lewis.
The kicker.
And he's going to run the football himself, looking down the sideline. There's flags everywhere.
Flag comes in, yeah.
This play's coming back. So it's interesting, as he's the kicker, but I guess he also plays quarterback.
Right.
Clock going to continue to go down to under 6.5 minutes left to play.
Holding
on Natick. It'll push him back even more. Be 1st down still.
To the
They'll spot it.
17 maybe, yeah.
Yeah. So they have to get to the 43-yard line for a first down, and they're at the 19. So first and very long for the Red Hawks. Lewis is in the shotgun, just checked into the game. Lewis wasn't expecting the snap, but's going to keep it himself. Lewis trying to bounce off tacklers, gets popped by Walpole, gains a couple on that play. And it seems like they're not going to pressure Lewis to throw it much. He's just going to run it.
Tackle by Zach Lamoureux for Walpole.
And they're just going to let the ball run down, the clock run down. Red Hawks looking good here against the Timberwolves. Many people have said Natick could be a sneaky dark horse for the Division I crown, but you have to play so many great teams in Division I. Lewis gonna try to expect the snap right here. Gets it, gonna be a handoff up the middle, and he's gonna be spun down, it looks like, around the 23-yard line. Jack Lynch, the sophomore on that carry. And it's third and very long for the Red Hawks.
I think that was Nate Mebitson for Walpole on the tackle. He grabbed a hold of the jersey and was able to hold him long enough for everyone else to come in and put down.
Very good tackle right there. Third and very long for the Red Hawks. They have to get to the 43 for a first down. Lewis gonna take the snap and shotgun. Just letting that clock run down. He's gonna run to his left. Lewis looking for an angle and gonna be dropped down by number 44. Looks like that was Nate Gonzalez on that tackle, and Natick will punt. Now we're under 4 minutes left to play. It's like Walpole's gonna get one final opportunity to do something. Back deep for the Timberwolves is number 18. Number 88, actually.
Yeah.
Nate
Mebitson.
Mebitson. And they'll punt it to Mebitson. And he's going to try to receive it, just fall on it at the 50.
Right at midfield.
So Walpole have pretty good field position. And the clock's just going to keep going down to 3:20 left to play. And I think, they're not going to stop the clock anymore in this game. Just going to let it run down. So, Rick, going into next week, I mean, what does Walpole have to do to beat Wellesley? I mean, I know we're already talking about next week, but this game is practically over.
They've got to avoid the mistakes, the mental errors that they made that absolutely killed them in the first half. The offense moved the ball at times, looked well. Defensively, a little iffy there, but at the same time, Natick didn't have very many long fields to go with.
Yeah, I mean, credit to Natick. They're a really good team, but Walpole just kind of as you said earlier, shot themselves in the foot a lot, and it's really shown its ugly head. A couple yards there from Jeremiah Jean, who's coming off the field without a helmet.
Helmet came off,
so it has to be out for one play by rule.
Pick up a 4 for Jean.
And he's looked pretty good in this, call it garbage time, but he's showing that he's still a pretty good player on this team.
Yeah.
I mean, he's behind 3 other pretty great running backs. So it's going to be a struggle for him to get playing time, but he's played well in relief. McGuire's back in shotgun, 4 receivers on the play. All the backups now in for the Timberwolves. Down to under 2 minutes left to play. McGuire going to pitch it to Derek Lewis. Lewis has a little bit of a hole and gets down around the 45-yard line. He's a sophomore.
Pick up to the
and gets
44.
5.
That's 2 minute and a half to go. We're inside of a minute and a half to go in this one.
Yeah, I mean, you could call it rock bottom for the Timberwolves, but this is about as ugly as it can get. I mean, you're 0-3. You just need those 3 wins to get in the playoffs, but at this point, I mean, who is that going to come from? I mean, Milton is a very good team. Wellesley, they're still pretty strong despite losing Lucas Prock. He went to a private school in New Jersey, I believe, as McGuire's going to throw. It's caught right there by, looks like, Chris Nicholas, and gets the first down. Moves the chains for Walpole. Under a minute now.
Down to the 20, 30, 34.
But all the games on Walpole's schedule are pretty tough, so they just got to clean it up and hopefully get those 3 wins somewhere just to make the playoffs. I mean, they've had a pretty tough schedule to start the season, so it's not telling to see how the rest of the season is going to go for them, but this is not one of their best games.
No.
Down to under 30 seconds. Could be the last play of the game. It's going to be a pitch, and immediately tackled is number 11,
Pedro Colon.
And Walpole's not going to snap it again, and that looks like will be the end of the game.
He loses back to the 36.
The clock's just going to tick down to 4, 3, 2, and 1. And Walpole loses 14-42 in Natick. It was not a great game from the Timberwolves. Just had a lot of mistakes.
Right.
And they just couldn't clean them up. It really, they had the 2 interceptions, and Natick just got a lot of short fields, and they were able to capitalize off of it.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot, like just too many mistakes. Walpole is just killing themselves. They did it against, they either giving up a big play, the blocked field goal, the kickoff that they let roll. It's just unbelievable. Anyway, the 2 highlights for Walpole would be their 2 touchdowns, and that would be Aiden Hoyle with a 23-yard reception from Blake Pileski, and Jeremiah Jean with the 37-yard run for the touchdown. Jack McGuire came in for late in the 3rd quarter and played the 4th quarter for Walpole. So it'll be interesting to see who's behind center next week, whether they stay with Pileski or go to McGuire.
Never know.
I never know. Well, we would like to thank you for watching this Walpole Media Corporation broadcast of Walpole High School boys varsity football action. Once again, the final score from Memorial Field in Natick. The Natick Redhawks 42, Walpole 14.